All right, we're in Vicksburg, Mississippi today. There's a couple things that I want to talk about today, but the reason I'm out here, let's start there, is I got a call from this guy in Miami. He said he wants me to come check out a vehicle that someone is selling in Vicksburg. It's an old Impala. So we're going to be looking at that. I'm actually in Vicksburg at the moment. A lot of inspections. I do a lot of everything these days. It's not repairing cars. It's doing pre-buys. I do a lot of what I'm doing today. I do a lot of repairs, some programming. I do a little bit of everything. And you guys that know me already know this already. But the ones who don't, and now you know. Now, I've been there. I've got some drama that I want to talk about a little bit about these other mechanics that are out here in the streets, even the ones that are in the shop. We're going to talk about that, how you can prevent from being ripped off, and what you should expect when a mobile mechanic comes on the scene. But we're going to save that for the end of the video, because I gotta think about how I'm going to word it without pissing people off, or say, well, damn, Hayes, you know, quit hating. Later, I'm usually direct, but this is one of these. So, quit hating, Hayes. You ain't shit, Hayes. All right, guys, we are GoProing from Vicksburg, Mississippi. Beautiful, beautiful day today. Didn't have anything else scheduled for today because I wanted to road trip, and we're looking at this Chevy Impala. Little dry rot right there, not bad. These seals up, you're gonna have to replace these. Dual pipes on the back. So far, I'm pretty impressed with it. It is definitely mean looking. It's definitely mean looking. Super Sport. Look at those lines on it. Oh my God. It's beautiful. What? Seats look really good in the back. All right, yeah, it's nice. It's got an exhaust leak. Gap looks okay. Gap looks okay. He's got some good struts, shocks on there. He's got those good ones on there, so you can adjust the ride height on it. Very nice. It looks pretty good. All right, I'm gonna get on back down to Jackson, Mississippi. Peace. Oh, we got something else to talk about. Mobile mechanics in Jackson, Mississippi. Yes. Yes, we got some ducky wuckies over there. Yeah, woo! Shut up, boy. They just went swimming. All right. I know. Let's go home. All right, guys, let me tell you a little story. This actually happened yesterday. This lady was broke down at the that shopping area, where Apple is in Ridgeland, Mississippi, and she called another mobile mechanic out there, supposedly a mobile mechanic, and he went out there with his truck, and he started checking the batteries, and he took out the battery. He took the battery with him for some reason. He came back with the battery. He said, the battery's okay. Put the battery back in there, cleaned up the battery because he said there was corrosion on there. It was on his little written receipt. And he charged her $112 to do that. And her car still did not start. He says he thinks it's a starter, but he doesn't have time to do that. So he got his $112 and he hauled ass. Then she called me up. Then she's got to pay my labor on top of that, which is not fair. You know, I kind of, and they come to me, and this is what they tell me from some of these mechanics, these mobile mechanics and these shop mechanics. They say, well, can you get, like I'm the mobile mechanic police, can you get my money back? I said, no, ma'am or sir, I can't get your money back. You got to be more careful of who you hire, and you got to, there's things you can tell if you got the right mechanic or not. If you got any, does he have any test equipment? Does he have a test slide? And by the way, how in the hell are you going to go to a job if you didn't have time to do the starter? Why even accept the job? You're going to get there, play with the battery a little bit, think it's the starter, and you're going to leave this lady high and dry in the middle of the street or in the parking lot and take her money and just leave. How in the hell are you going to do that? That's just some dumb shit right there. You don't do people like that. It irritates the shit out of me. It really irritates me. You're just gonna leave someone out in the street, take their money, don't fix shit, put a little Coke. She said that he went to the store and got some Coke and poured it on the battery terminal. Unfucking believable. Unfucking believable. Yeah, again, I take this shit personally, and maybe I shouldn't, but I do, because I don't know, some dumbass mechanics out there, some dumbass people out there, period. It's not only the mobile mechanics, mind you, it's the shop mechanics. And you know what's really drives me crazy is most of the people, because we're already conditioned to understand, to go to the dealership. When the mechanic can't find the problem, you're a hood mechanic, you're a mobile mechanic, you're next door neighbor mechanic, can't find the problem, you automatically, I gotta go to the dealership. They're the only ones who can fix it, like they're fucking, I'm sorry, excuse my language, like they're freaking super mechanics at the dealership. They're just like the Firestone, the Goodyear mechanics. Some of them are rookies, some of them just got out of school. But you thinking they're hiring just, you know, master technicians with years of experience. You can be an ASE certified technician, just so you guys know, coming right out of school. You can be a master certified technician coming right out of school. They're teaching you all the stuff, so once you get out of school, it's fresh in your mind. You take the tests, it's 7 tests, and you become a master certified mechanic with no experience. Just something to think about, you know. You guys got to do better work out there. You know, that's why I'm still looking for help right now, because I know what's out there. You know, like my cousin said, you know, most people like picking the low-hanging fruit. They don't want to learn nothing. They don't want to learn extra. They don't want to grow. They don't want to build their knowledge up so they can make money. Like Hayes. You know what I'm saying? I build my knowledge. I build my knowledge every day. My dad used to say, if you learn something, one thing every day, you're on the right track. I'll never ever forget that. We used to say that when I was, man, that I remember 3rd, 4th grade, and I've heard it my whole life. So, and my older sister Dorothy, she used to, you know, that was her thing, education and learning. And so I got it from my dad, and I got it from my older sister, not to mention my mother. Anyways, that's another story. Yeah, I've mentioned this on my videos before. Ask them questions on the phone before you have them come out there. Do you have tools? Do you have a scan tool? Do you have a test light? Are you able to check this? Are you able to check that? Do you have the capability to do that kind of work? And you know what? You guys know I got a $100 minimum. Now, I used to be at $45 minimum. For one, I didn't have a lot of tools. I had a nice little set of tools. I had an air compressor in the back and a jack. But I was at $45 an hour. I was trying to build my name up before I started jacking my prices up to where I am now. 10 years later, I'm at $100 for a mobile call. I mean, just to get in my truck, to go there, do some diagnosis, some testing, I got a $100 minimum now. But of course, my phone rings 15, 20 times a day. And only 10 years ago, it used to ring maybe none, 1, 2 times a day. And I was able to pay rent and eat and stuff like that. But my point is, I started out low and built my name up. If you start at $100, if you think you can do what Hayes does and start yourself, I'm gonna be a mobile mechanic, I'm charging $100 an hour like Hayes does, you're gonna be short-lived, especially if you make a lot of mistakes and you don't have the right test equipment to test. You're not gonna be passed around. Check out Bobby, man, he's a good mechanic. Your name is not gonna be passed around, and you'll be looking for another job here very soon if you keep that up. I kind of feel responsible. I do kind of feel responsible, I ain't gonna lie. I'm taking this shit personal is what I'm trying to say. I'm taking this shit personal because I worked very hard out here in Jackson to build my name up and to build clientele up. And you got some mechanics out there that are just fucking up the game. Just fucking up the game for the next guy and the next guy after him. So if we keep screwing up, if you guys keep screwing up out there, those of you that are screwing up and taking people's money for, taking out a battery and putting it back in, and the car still doesn't run, if you guys do, and I hear that a lot. That's just one example. Every one of you mechanics that are screwing up on the job, believe me, Hayes is hearing about it. It's like I'm the mobile mechanic police. I'm hearing about it because people are calling me after you done screwed them and telling me the story, or I'm fixing their car after that. And hopefully they're putting in reviews on you as well. I know some of them have. And I'll hear about you, and I'll know your name. I know this guy's name too. I haven't met him before, but I know his name. I have his phone number. It's a 769 number. I'm not going to give his name out, but believe me, I'm hearing about it. It's like I'm the mobile mechanic police out here. No, I can't get your money back. What else can I say about this crazy stuff? Start slow, guys. You don't have to start at $100 an hour. You're just going to screw your business up like that, unless you got your certifications and you're looking good and you got your tools. I mean, start at a reasonable amount. I tell the guys that work for me, that have worked for me, then start out at 55, 60 bucks an hour, 45 bucks an hour, like I did. Start out right there and build a name for yourself. And after a couple years, few years, you can, give yourself a $5 raise. Now go 55, now go 65, or 70, 75, and go up a little bit every year until you get to that comfortable level. Is my recommendations. You can do it how you want to do it. I just want, what I would like? I would like to say, people come around and say, Jackson, Mississippi got the best mobile mechanics in the country. That's what I want to hear. And the best paid mobile mechanics in the country. That's what I want to hear. Yeah, Jackson, Mississippi got the mobile mechanics on lock. So, and then you get to do Vicksburg trips, and you know, I've been to Alabama a couple times, and they paying well because my name is good. You know, they pay well. If they want me to come out there, believe me, to Alabama, to Vicksburg, they're putting out the money for some quality work. You know, look, I did a Vicksburg trip. All I did was look at that vehicle. I got paid $200. I was at that car for 30 minutes, and I'm headed back home right now. So when you build your name up, you can start getting it like that. And I don't have to do anything else for the rest of the day. I am going to do something, you know, after I get back to Jackson, but I don't have to if I don't want to. And so don't focus on the money. Focus on suggestion. Focus on how you can help people, how you can build your trust. How can you and build your trust in both ways. There's a lot of ways you can build trust. For one thing, how you can build trust is you buy all the parts yourself. Once you get to that level, like, oh, she needs a battery, I'm gonna go buy a battery for her and install it, and you know, just pay when the job is done. That builds trust right there. And you just build on that. You try to build that. You try to build that kind of relationship with the customers. And man, your name is gonna fly. You're gonna be out there. But if you keep doing bad work, or you're not triple checking your work, or you're not quite sure it's gonna fix the problem, you're doing a lot of guessing, you're gonna be at the same level as you are. You're gonna grow very, very slowly. It'll take you 20 years to get where I'm at. And you know what? On my behalf, I study every day. I study every day. I'm on YouTube a lot. I always study. I don't just go on YouTube to say, hey, how do I change the starter on a 2006, you know, Camaro, you know, removal information. I do a lot of diagnostic videos. I watch Scanner Danner a lot, and I find out how to test things, how to test for ground shorts, learn about sensors and how they operate and all that kind of good stuff. You know, not to mention I have computer data, I have all data where I can get my own information. So I'm getting information in all areas. Anyways, enough about me. You guys got to do better out there, okay? You guys got to do better. I don't like hearing mobile mechanic screwed me, mobile mechanic screwed me. And I don't like hearing that, because I work very, very hard trying to get the mobile mechanic word out there. That's why I got big letters on my truck, so people will be aware that there's such a thing as mobile auto repair. And I'm not only helping myself, I'm helping you too. So if you abuse that, all right, I want everything to be, all right, Hayes got it. And most of the time, that's what I get anyways. You know, if anyone can fix it, Hayes can fix it. So, I don't know, guys. You guys do better. You got to do better. Like, again, I'm sorry, I'm taking it personally, because I am one of the originators. I am the originator. Well, I'm one of the originators in Jackson. 10 years ago, you couldn't find a mobile mechanic on Google. So, there you go. Anyways, guys, I'm Hayes Mobile Auto Repair. I'm in Jackson, Mississippi. Hell, I'm all over the place. Peace. Remember, don't guess, test. Build your name. Don't be a shithole mechanic. A mobile mechanic at that. Because I'm a mobile mechanic. If you're doing bad work, they're going to think all the mobile mechanics are doing bad work. Don't rip off your customers. Take care of your customers. They are your lifeline. You take care of your customers will take care of you by passing your name along and keeping roof over your head and food on your table and buying you new tools and building yourself. All right? And that's all the word I got for today. Okay, what we can talk about, you know, on a lighter note, is how do you avoid getting ripped off by a mobile mechanic? I'm gonna just throw out a couple points here. All right, if your mobile mechanic comes, sorry, I'm gonna have to do this video, 1 second. Hello, it's Hayes.
Can you hear me now?
I do.
Alright, I got it. So I took it over to AutoZone. They only had a scanner for the engine. So I took it to Car Care Clinic, and they told me it's the transmission module that they don't handle, that I should take it to the dealership. Do you handle that?
I can do some research on it tonight and let you know. Did you take the code? Did you take a picture of the codes?
No, I couldn't get it, so I dropped it off at a mechanic's place, and they just called me right now. So I'm gonna go there, pick up my keys, and ask them for the fault codes.
Yeah, you need all those fault codes. Yes, all of them.
Okay, sounds great. And then I'll text them to you and just give me a call whenever you have a chance.
Sounds good.
I'm just worried. Sounds good. I'll do it right now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, how do you avoid getting ripped off? Okay, telltale signs. If the mechanic does not have a test light, or his truck is unorganized, he's got shit in a bag in the trunk of his car, that is a telltale. You don't want to mess with those guys. If you're unorganized, they're going to be unorganized doing the work for you on your vehicle. They're going to have shit everywhere. It's just something that I've noticed. I've been doing this for over 30 years. I know telltale signs. That's one. If he's charging you over $50 an hour, let's say, and doesn't have a scan tool, minimum, this 2021, if he doesn't have a scan tool, red flag. $50 an hour or more, red flag. If without a scan tool, you're like in the 35 range an hour, if you ask me. You know, that's red flag number 2. If they're thinking it's this and thinking it's that, well, it could be this, it could be that. If they start saying, I think, red flag number 3. Don't test, guess. I mean, that's what they're doing, don't test guessing. But what Hayes says is test, don't test, guess, no test. What Hayes says, oh my God, is test, never guess. That's what Hayes says, test, never guess. Don't guess, test.